Last time I spent 30 days surviving in the Canadian Rockies, but now...
Effective this Thursday morning, April 2nd, until April 30th, I am ordering all Maine people to stay at home.
So this is the 30-day Survival Challenge Maine Lockdown. Fish on!
I want you to catch, please.
All right, we are back out here at the kids' fort to try and get a bunch of it done. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Maine, and lockdown is as far as you could possibly imagine in the backs of our thoughts right now. It's just good to be home with the family. And a bunch of you have been asking, will you show more about the lashing? And I don't usually add a lot of how-to in my videos, so I'm gonna try and add a whole bunch of how-to as I'm building this about how to lash a general set of lashings. I don't know the names for any of these things. As I read them in books over the years, I forget them. And I would like to encourage you, especially, if you see stuff and you're inspired by my videos, get a book.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
And research the stuff and learn more about it yourself. And then when you see it in my videos, it'll make sense to you and you'll be like, oh, so that's, yeah, and then like the puzzle pieces will all come together and you can get out there and create and be creative as well. So let's do some building.
Could you show them my wand?
Your wand?
Yeah.
What have you been trying to do with that wand?
Trying to get my stuffy bigger and show them my stuffy. I can't get it. Get bigger! Get bigger! Wow.
Fix it. Uh-oh.
It's turning into mud. From the rain.
There we go. I'm gonna step on this side. So once I get this tied in, they won't spread apart anymore. And then we can start putting decking on.
Yay! It's finally coming together.
Almost over. Who's bellowing they want to get off? I can't tell. Walk over there. Oh my goodness.
Tell you which one, but I really want. I want to hit. I want to hit. I want to hit.
I want to hook. I want to hook. I want to hook.
If you want to be my friend, you gotta. I don't remember.
When it comes to lashing, your two most basic lashings are your diagonal lashing and your square lashing. If you look them up in books, you're going to find that there's a lot of complicated ways in which to start these and which way to go around first. You don't have to get carried away. You simply tie a square knot to one of your pieces of material, pull on it once it's tied and it becomes a clove hitch, and you can cinch that down, and you simply continue to wrap your material together in a diagonal pattern or in the square fashion.
The square fashion is going around your material without ever crossing over. You just kind of chase around, over and around each of the pieces of material. Then the most important step, which means that even if you do it in the wrong order, the order that I do it in, means that it'll stay bound together and hold your weight or hold your structure together without slipping it after you're done, is seizing it in the middle and continuing to tighten that down. So even if your lashings were loose between your materials, when it comes to cinching it down and going around the middle a bunch of times, you'll lock together that work that you did. Then to finish that off, you simply use the tail and the material that you're working with to tie a square knot, and then tie a couple little backer knots, and you're good to go. How many braces to use on your structures and where to use the square versus the diagonal lashing will come to you as time goes on and the more you build stuff.
Ready.
Yay! Now I gotta climb on it, right?
That's what it's for. Climb all over it. All right, you ready? You all comfy?
Mm-hmm.
You have a rest now? All right. I'll be right over there, just a couple feet away, working on the tree fort. All right.
Move it all the way up, because when I open up, I will perform into a beautiful butterfly. See the cocoon wiggle? That means I'm gonna come out soon.
Okay. All right. Love you. I'm not sure what it's gonna be for. Right now, it's my seat. Oh, yeah. So, a few things about lashing, maybe like watch outs fors. Hey, what are you doing?
What?
I turned my back on them for 3 seconds and they're hanging themselves. I tell you, kids, they literally just run around all day trying to kill themselves. All right, so a few things to look out for. She just fell out of the hammock. What you doing down there? You fell out?
I hope you tie down to strong trees.
All right, so a few things to look out for while you're doing your lashings that will keep you from having to unwrap it and redo it, or just having it literally fail. You climb on it and start sliding down the tree on you. Green wood, you want to lash that as tight as you can as you go, and then around it when you're cinching it, good and snug, because as the wood shrinks, if you've already cut it down, it's going to shrink an inch per foot. So basically you lash two 2-inch pieces of wood together, and each one of those is going to shrink by about 1/8 of an inch approximately, which means that if you haven't tied it tight, the elasticity of that line, that's why it's so important to use that bank line or some nylon line with a little bit of stretch to it, it won't pull tight around it as it shrinks. You may find yourself going back to things, but I lash my stuff tight, and I go back to my tables and my chairs and things that I've lashed a year earlier. They're completely dry now, and they still are holding together and they don't shift and fall apart.
Here's a little clip from season 1 of the 30-Day Survival Challenge camp in Texas that Bob Hansler went out to visit 4 months after I had built all this stuff, and the summer heat is trying to destroy it.
Bank line's still pretty good, but overall, still sturdy. So, yeah, holds my weight just fine. Now, ye old camp table. This is a pretty cool little deal. Real good. Still solid. Still sturdy. Still serviceable.
Second thing, next, your tail, your tag end from when you first start tying on, that's what you tie your last bit to. You want to make sure you don't wrap that underneath of your lashing as you're going, because you can end up pinched so tight that you won't be able to pull it out, and then as things do shrink, it might come loose, and your cinching around the center could become loose because your tag end where you tied it back here should have actually been tied back closer here, and there's all this slack in it that you weren't aware of. And the same thing with when you're doing your wraps, you want to make sure they're as straight as possible around. You don't have to get precise and line them each one next to each other and things, but if you get one and it's stuck on a knot or whatever, like up the log, and then that comes loose later, that looseness can work its way into your whole lashing, and the whole thing could become loose fairly quickly on you, especially on something where the trees are still blowing it around or you're climbing on it. that looseness will work its way all around through all the rest of the pieces of lashing. You find the thing not holding up and your lashing fails.
So before you even do your lashing, make sure you remove any impediments to your lashing being tight, any stick ends, any knots, something that can prevent your seizing or your lashings from being as clean and smooth as possible.
Well, that's the right angle. It's awful high to come off the end of the slide. All right, give her a go.
Okay. Look.
Let's see how it does.
Okay.
It's a little steep. Hopefully it's not too fast, all right?
Dad, get me down from here!
Oh, I got you. Come, hold on. I'll come up and get you. All right, we've had enough of this for now. It's muddy.
I'm so scared in the tree.
You were so scared in the tree.
I was afraid that I was too heavy and the branch would just snap and fall down.
Somebody doesn't trust their dad. My parents, when I was a kid, used to play what they called the pluck game with me. And I was just a little teeny person. I don't think I was like 4 years old. They'd stick me in all these weird places way up high and then tell me, don't move, don't fall. Literally places that would have killed me if I had fallen off of them. Of course, I was the first child, so they didn't know what they were doing. And they would always do stuff like that. They said they strapped me into a sled, a toboggan or something, in a car seat, and sent me down the golf course hill, which if you know Rutland Golf Course, that's a big hill. And it actually I went down the hill, and then at the bottom there's a giant river, and Dad had raced down and grabbed the sled at the last second because he realized it was going towards the river and grabbed it. And but I turned out fine. I haven't shot this much. I'm gonna try and do some aerial can shooting with that, and maybe even teach Abby to shoot a real slingshot with this guy. This is Gamekeeper John's slingshot, the PPMG, the new version, the PPMG Plus. Nice little rig. Huh, blue painted clay balls. Aww, all that's left of my snowman smoker. Doesn't look so happy anymore. All right, you ready?
Sure.
All right, grab a can. Why don't you come over here? Get right. No, get right. No, you're like super psyched and ready. Get right here. On your mark, get set, go. Wow. I was wondering if I'd be able to hit something. This is such a different grip than my usual. Oh.
Back to zero.
Back to zero.
One.
Oh, oh, oh. Hold on. This is a slower reload than my speed shooter. All right, go.
2.
Ready, set, go.
3.
3. 4. Haha. All right, fiver. Here we go. 5 for all the money. Here we go.
Okay.
Go for it.
$5 for 5 cans.
$5 for 5 cans. Okay. Oh!
$5! I get $5!
You get $5. Wait a minute. What is this? I didn't realize that's what I was. I thought I got $5.
No.
All that money that you earned earlier, that's from doing chores. That's I get it back, right?
No.
I think
$5 for me.
I'm the one that hit them all. How does she get $5? Wait.
I'm the one who gets the perfect aim for you.
I still haven't missed. Double or nothing. So if I hit this, you get nothing.
6.
Or you get double. 10. All right, double or nothing.
Okay.
Oh! You get nothing.
What do you mean?
It was double or nothing. You get nothing. All right, that's 6 without a miss. Can I get 10 in a row? Oh, there's a miss. That's all over. 6.
I only get $6.
You don't get $6. All right, throw them. All right, how about throw them further? Up in the air. All right, on your mark, set, go. Oh, that was a sweet one.
I get 7.
That was a great throw, too. Oh, that was a good throw,
I
too.
get $7.
I punched that one. Ooh, that was a speed ball. you don't have to stretch. Wow. The screaming kind of throws me off a little bit.
on that side to
Okay.
have good aim.
Ready, set, go. Can you throw them further? Ah, throw them further and I can't hit it. So one of the most important things for an aerial shooter for me is short bands, whether they're flat or not. I think flat bands are actually quicker, but they're not as quick of a reload. And the ability to pinch and hold the slingshot with one hand and throw the can and be able to grip the slingshot really quickly, draw and shoot. So I'm gonna see if, put this one through the test, see if it allows me to do that. Ha! This actually, your hand just seats so well. I mean, look at the shape of that. And the new one, they've reshaped it so it fits into your hand even better than the original PPMG. And I'm not much of a through the fork shooter, but with these light bands, I can't remember what they're called, like Sumakai or something like that, and this light ammo, oh, what a combination. I think I'm in love. Hey, come back out of the target zone, the danger zone there, honey. I got cans to kill. Or not.
Get one can.
Let Abby give it a try so she could try it. I feel like it's kind of a big person's hand thing, but let's see how you do. Oh, you got to put your hand
Like that?
up higher.
It's a little uncomfortable.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but your hands actually fit around it. Let's give it a try. See? Does that feel right? No? Okay. It's out like this. Make a triangle. No, keep all of your hands up so you can only see the can. And tighten up the triangle so you can just see the can. Like this. Now, can you see the can with both eyes open?
Kind of.
Okay. Now close your right eye. Can you still see the can?
Yeah, but then when I open them, it's like both of my hands are like spread apart and like
Trying to figure out eye dominance of an 8-year-old. If you go like this.
Because I have one bad eye.
No, you don't have a bad eye. You go like this, and you look at the can, so it's in your, in tightly through a little slit in your hands as your hands are pushed all the way out. And then you close your left eye or your right eye, and you'll find out which eye you're dominant with.
Most of the time you'll become more accurate quickly if you use the opposite hand of your dominant eye to hold the slingshot. This allows you to be in better alignment to the target. Check out my How to Shoot a Slingshot video linked in the description below, and the Slingshot Mastery course for a really in-depth walkthrough and lessons on how to shoot a slingshot.
That's not a bad eye, that's just a goober. And bring the slingshot up and put ammo in it. Good. Now you don't want to tweak it. Turn sideways to the target. There you go. Now turn the slingshot to the target. And there. Bring it up like this so that you can load it. And put the ammo in.
And pinch.
And pinch. Hey! You hit it! You hit it! I can't believe you hit it. Like, just, like, I thought we were going to be here for like an hour or two and just wailed on it.
I knocked it.
What a proud daddy. Well, if I make a thing here and then this has... I hear wiggling. Where are you, sleepyhead? You're completely around the other way. You ready to get up? No, you don't want to get up yet? You're going to keep sleeping? Alright, we're going to be over working on the treehouse. I got the slide up. I didn't realize till yesterday when I took it out that when we were doing the On the Ice series, the Wooded Beardsman took my brand new saw with my brand new sharp blade home with him and left me with his dull old one, the stinker. Wake up! Hi, honey.
Feels better again.
How did your nap go? You have a good nap? How's the hammock? You can be a hammock girl like your dad?
Ready?
1, 2, 3, jump!
I like it. This is better. That we slide. Hey! Dad! No! Hey! Get out of here!
I just built it for you and they're telling me I'm not allowed. I tell you, no respect. No respect.
This is gonna be a piece of what? Ah!
All right, guys, high fives. High fives all around. Well, that's it for tonight. Stage 2 of the tree fort and how to lash. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you watched this long in the movie, I'm pretty surprised. And thank you for watching and sticking around this long. See you guys in the next one. Fowler out.
Go back on that. I'll have to teach you how to climb up.
Didn't get to drill any post holes today. Bummer.